Hello, hello, everyone. Hi. Hello, hello. Hi. Are you there? Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the studio. I'm Anna Walker from StabThingsIntoExistence.com. Welcome. As you can see, I'm still going batty over here. Um, Little hint, when you're going batty, put a Swiffer sheet underneath the back end, and it'll catch some of the debris and the extra fluff that gets thrown out of the carder. Um, but that's only if you have a drum carder. So I am still going batty, and I think it's a good thing that I'm still going batty because today we're going to talk about, excuse me, where you can get wool fibers to felt. Now, this bat in particular, I just got finished blending, and I'm going to show you the color that started this. I'm going to see if I can find it here. Okay, here it is. See this mustard kind of color? This was what started this bat. And so to this mustard color, I added a couple of other rovings in assorted shades of yellows and oranges. And I blended it together on the drum carder twice, because y'all know that I like to put my bats through twice, and this is the second round here. Sorry, the fiber is sticking to my hands. But aside from a tiny bit of sort of mustardy gold silk fibers, these are the colors. Now, when you're buying wool, you're going to buy it in any number of different preparations. Generally speaking, I'm going to grab one here. Generally speaking, what you're going to find is going to be a roving or a top or a sliver. This is fiber that has been drafted out from a ginormous drum carder like this and then pulled off with a diz. A diz is a small round circle that helps to compress the fiber into this roving format while it's being removed from the drum. And roving is really one of the primary ways that you are going to find fiber to purchase. So roving, sliver, and top, I use pretty much interchangeably. I know that there are differences, but for my use for felting, those differences are minor. The other way you can find it is in bat form. Now, this is Maori wool, and it's got a shorter staple, and it is in a bat form, very much like the bat that I've carded here. But this one is just a bat that is all one color. And I'm going to see if I can pull a piece off. Oh, good, I can. When it comes to bats, when you unwrap them, they can be pulled apart into thinner layers. So bats, especially this Maori wool, this is a really nice way if you are doing a lot of blending with your fibers and you're doing perhaps a fiber painting and you want to be able to pull off a tiny little bit of fiber just to add that touch of color. I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see this color, just so that you can add a touch of this color to your item to give a little bit of shading. Bats, especially the Maori wool bats, make it wonderful to do that. But the reason that I have been carding bats for the past few days is because sometimes you can get all of these rovings and you're thinking, you know what, these are all beautiful. I thought that I would be able to figure out what I'm going to do with them, but I just don't know how to blend them, and my fingers get tired when I try and blend them with my fingers. That is why I have been carding these bats for the past few days, because in and of themselves, they make for a lovely piece that can give you some texture, some shimmer, even if it's got some silks and fire star in it. some sparkle if it's got Angelina in it. But this is a way to get the effect of all those individual rovings that began this bat, only have them blended in such a way that it gives you more than what you had. It's a case where even though the weight is the same, combined, they make something that gives you even more than each of the pieces individually. And I'm going to show you some samples of that. Fiber bats are a wonderful way to get that texture. Now, I did this color, and here's the reason why I do it, run it through twice, because now the top end and the bottom end pretty much look just as equally blended. But this color was inspired by my bestie who likes to watch me make these fiber bats, and these are definitely her colors. So in the information below, you have a couple of links. And I'm going to flip this up so I can talk to you face to face. You have a couple of links. And here, I'm going to turn this. There we go. How's that? That's a little better. Still a mess in here, but at least you're not seeing the trash can, you know. Where was I at? Oh yeah, the links down below. The first link is for, they're both links to my pages, but the first link is a link to my favorite things page on the website, stepthingsintoexistence.com. And on that page, you will find all of the places that I trust, that I've gone to buy rovings and bats in the past. They have good product, they have great service, and they're, reasonably priced. So those are the places that I would recommend that you head first. The next place that I'm going to recommend that you call, you might not have really given a lot of thought to, and that's your local county extension office. And here's my reasoning for that. I love shopping local whenever I possibly can, and I appreciate when people shop local with me. But you may find that there are some local fiber producers that do produce rovings or bats, even raw fleeces if you want to try your hand at washing a fleece and getting that prep work done. I think everyone should do it at least once. Excuse me. I've done it once. That's enough. I'll pay to have somebody do it. But your local producers can often be an excellent source of some high quality fiber. So check out your local county extension office. If you can't find that listing, call your local 4-H club. You'll find fiber producers through them as well. The other place I want to suggest, and it's hit or miss. I have a few folks that I've shopped with in the past. Some of them are still there. Most of them are not. But you can shop places like Etsy and eBay and Artfire. Those sites, I got to tell you, it's kind of iffy. I prefer actually to shop with folks that I have a relationship with. Now, I just came back from a meeting in Kansas City on Sunday, and if you want some local to the greater Kansas City area of folks that produce fiber, I can get you some names. So shoot me just down here, make a comment. I will be happy to take a picture of that brochure from last year's Creative Hand Show and give you those contacts so that you can reach out to those folks and perhaps get yourself some fiber from people that I know you can trust. There are a number of them that I have bought from. One of them is Threadhead. She does some amazing mohair yarns. I don't know if she's doing fiber right now, but I'd have to check. And it just bounced out of my head, the other gal that I bought some from at last year's Creative Hand Show. But there are fiber producers that are in this fiber guild that I belong to, and I can get you connected with them. So just post a comment down below and I'll be happy to respond. But fiber bats are an amazing way, whether you buy a single color like the Maori wool, or whether you sign up for email alerts so that you know when these big, beautiful fiber bats that I've been creating are going to go on sale. Doesn't matter. Look at this luscious color. Oh, I love this deep foresty green. But I am going to have both full size bats like this that'll range from 2.5 ounces to maybe as high as 4 ounces, but they are going to be in pretty much colorways. So this is, a blue colorway. We've got a deep forest green colorway. We've got, of course, you got to have the purple colorway with me involved. And then we've got this luscious, I don't know, what is this, harvest gold? Are we going back to the 70s with that? Um, we've got some turquoise. So you can see I'm getting all batty in here. And these bats will be on sale. So there'll be full-size bats and there'll be mini bats. And the mini bats are between half an ounce and an ounce, which gives you enough wool to do a project like a snap bracelet or an ornament or a trying to think small. I mean, you could do a small fiber painting and have that as your background. So yeah, I'm going batty, and I'm hoping to share the battiness with you here pretty soon. But comment down below what kind of fibers you're looking for, and I'll point you in the right direction. So aside from fibers, the next list that you have, I got to make sure that these bats don't get pulled apart by the drum carter. Ooh, that's a pile of wool. The next thing to talk about are brushes and or foams. Now my pink foam is where? Where's my pink foam? It is hiding on me. All right, let me get a pink foam. Here we go. So I like using these. This is a closed cell foam. I buy it in a large sheet and then I cut it into smaller sheets. This is my medium size foam that I have available on my website. And you can buy it with 4 needles attached. And there are 2 of your size 38 needles to start a project and 2 of your size 40 needles to finish a project. This and this do the same thing. They provide you a solid base for needle felting, and believe it or not, these brushes provide a solid space for needle felting. The Clover tools, the Clover brushes are on that first link under my favorite things because I do love them, but they have a tendency to eat fiber. And for me, they work better for me as a burnisher, so that I can compact my bats when I'm creating them. I really prefer using the closed cell foam. I've tried all of them. I've tried the gray foams that you see a lot of felt artists use and have seen pictures of and see them available in kits and such. They compress really quickly, in my opinion. Oh, I've got fiber falling everywhere. They compress really quickly, and I don't feel that they give me the most bang for my buck when it comes to purchasing them. I like this. It lasts a good long time. I don't have to replace it frequently. If, and especially when I'm using this 2-inch thick one, if you get a little depressed area because you're working in one area with your needle too hard or too long, you can take a serrated bread knife and you can slice it off and even it out again, and then you're ready to go. And you can do that several times. Flip it over, use it until it's kind of spongy in a couple of areas, slice it off, and there's even lines that you can follow. See those lines you can follow? Those are the individual sheets that have been laminated together to form this 2-inch thick. So it's half inch, half inch, half inch, half inch. You can even use those lines to help you cut and smooth off an area once you're done. These are available on my website, and I'm happy to ship them off to you. The medium foam is about, what is it? It's about 8.5, 9x6. The large one is more of a 10 by 12 kind of size. The large one comes with 10 needles. And any of you that have tried needle felting know that needle breakage is real. It does happen, and it happens to all of us, even as experienced folks. So these foams are available. You can get them in the shop, and you can just follow the link down below. So that is our talk about where to buy wool and what about these felting foam things. And I hope that you're as excited as I am about these fiber bats and this battiness that I have been up to. It's just oh so squishy, and beautiful and soft, and I can't wait to share these with all of you here very, very soon. So I will see you tomorrow. We're going to actually use one of the mini bats, one of the minis, and we're going to make a couple of felt cords. And I'll show you how quick and easy it is to make a felt cord. And then the next day, on Thursday, I'll tell you what you can do with that felt cord. And no, it's not a negative thing, it's a very positive thing. So I will see you all later. I'm going to continue to go batty here in the studio, and I will talk with you soon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.